That was Little Richard on celluloid some time back, and this, ladies and gentlemen, let's have it again, is Little Richard in the flesh. Can we start straight in at the deep end? No. Which is that last weekend, last Saturday at Wembley, a hell of a lot of things seem to have gone wrong for you.
It did.
Like what, for instance?
Well, first of all, I think somebody had it in for me because I had said that I was the king of rock and roll, which is the undisputed truth. The whole world knows that. Anybody that have done what I have done, I've sold 106 million records. I put the Beatles in show business, Mick Jagger, Otis Redding, James Brown, Billy Preston, Jimi Hendrix, Joe Tex, anybody and everybody have done my songs. Elvis Presley, Pat Boone. I am the king of rock and rollers. Nobody have done what I've done, but you know, we live in a world that is indifferent, you know.
To what? Indifferent to what?
Indifferent to a lot of things. We will go.
But they were indifferent to you last Saturday.
Yeah, yes. In this way, the sense of that, just like when I went on the stage, the microphones was really high for certain other stars. I won't call no names, but for me, the microphones was down, the lights was down with my flamboyant dressing, with my mirrors and all of the stuff. I was looking very good, and so they didn't want it to be. I said I was the king, and they didn't want it to be truth, and it is.
But now, who are these people who are actually controlling the knobs and turning them all down?
I don't know who they was. I wish I had have known. I would have poured a cup of hot coffee on them. But I didn't know who they was. But whoever, they made my big toe shoot up in my boot.
They did.
That's right.
But what were the actual details of the event? You see, I wasn't up there. I must have put all my cards on the table first. I wasn't there. And that I spoke to people who were there.
Well, what happened was...
Can I just tell you what they told me?
Yes.
They said that, that you were, in fact, being your usual super self. I mean, superstar self.
Oh, God.
But you were doing it, whatever it may be, to about 200 people, and the other thousands of people who were standing behind you were trying to get at you, felt disregarded.
No, they got to me. Some of them got to me and took my necklace and all off of me. They holy macadam, they got to me. I feel like Amos and Andy. I went on the stage, and when I got on the stage, a lot of people didn't know that we was doing a movie at the time.
When, on last Saturday?
Yes, Saturday. We was filming a movie at Wembley Stadium.
At the same time as the concert?
At the same time as the concert. Right. And so the promoter just kept saying, you got 3 more minutes. Can't you imagine making love, somebody tell you got another minute? 1 more second, 1 more minute. So I went out in the audience, and when I got out there, the crowd mobbed me. A black fella came up to me and pulled off of my necklace. I said, woo! And pulled it off of me. And so after I got out there in this audience, and I was off the stage for 20 minutes, I didn't get a chance to sing Keep a Knockin', and I left to knock. I didn't get a chance to sing Send Me Some Lovin', and I brought my lovin' with me. All of these songs at the same time, I was trying so hard to get everything together. And a few critics wrote that Little Richard did this and Little Richard, but I'm still the king of rock and roll. I've been in show business for 23 years, and I'm still young. And all. But you know, starting September the 1st, I'm going to change my style of dress, and I'm going back in the teddy suits.
Like
I'm going to get the long coats. That's right. Like them. Put the cameras on them and show those suits.
Like your mates in the front row.
So that's it. You on the camera, baby. Stand up. Holy macadam! That's right.
Why are you going back to that start?
I'm going back to it because
now, wait a minute, before you tell us that, look, I don't think everybody here has seen you in full length, have they yet? How about that?
Full length and all strength in England, my favorite town.
You know,
let me stand up, my God. So they can see the bottom part.
You know that we're wearing...
Felt like Liberace. Oh, God.
Now, we're wearing the same colours, you know that, because I've got
Yes,
blue
I
and
see
white.
you got blue too. You know what to do.
Well, no, I can't be as flamboyant.
Yeah, no, they'll take you off there quick.
Right. Oh, quicker, shall we say. Now, look, can we get back then a bit to you and your whole lifestyle? There are a lot of things, says he, looking lightly down, that are contradictory in the things that you say or things that you said in the past. Like, for instance, in 1957, you had a vision and chucked all your jewellery and rings off the Sydney Harbour Bridge, didn't you? Claiming that rock and roll music was the invention of the devil.
No, I didn't say that. The reporter did. I threw my rings off, and I wished I could find that fish that got them. I've been looking for him ever since. I think he swam away.
Then later on, and you came back to public life and said...
I came back in the business after I finished theology. I studied theology, and I majored in theology, and I minored in business administration. And so after bringing the Beatles and Mick Jagger into show business, I got so many letters from my fans saying they wanted to get a chance to see me, and I decided that I should go on back. And I'm not ashamed or afraid. I travel the world and just tell them I know what I know when I know what I know.
Have you made a lot of money?
Oh, yes.
Next
And
question.
I thank God for it, because I was eating nothing before I made it.
Like what were you
I
doing
was a
before?
dishwasher in Macon, Georgia, the only Jewish person in the kitchen. And I had washed dishes for so long, I think I felt like they was going to send me back to Tel Aviv with my grandmama.
You were born actually on Christmas Day, weren't you?
I was born December the 5th, 1932.
December the 5th?
I'm a Sagittarius, the Beauty and the Beast.
You weren't born on Christmas Day?
No, my mother was, though.
But I take it that you weren't born on the same day as your mother?
No, I wasn't. She was here when I came.
The cart coming before the horse.
I got the buggy, you got the horse.
Whenever I've heard you talk or heard you sing from time to time or heard you being interviewed, that from time to time you break off what you're saying and what you're doing and shout, "Let it all hang out."
Oh, I do. I let it hang out. Sometimes I wish that it hang out too. I tell you.
I don't know what the "it" of "let it all hang out" is.
No, that's not good for England. No, and that's not good for Israel. I can't hurt Israel. That's my home base. No, when I say let it all hang out, I mean just let yourself go and do what you feel and don't care what people think. Because if you think about what people think, you won't do nothing. You know, everybody would, if I thought about what people think, I wouldn't have this on today. When I walked in your airport, when I arrived, a man dropped this cup of coffee.
Well, perhaps this coffee was too hot for you.
It was, didn't have no sugar in it.
You remind me, and I'm sure you remind a lot of other people as well who are watching.
Of Cassius Clay. Oh, Jesse. Bill Flowery told me the same thing from WEA Records. I told him to shut up.
And what are you going to say to me about it?
No, I'm not going to say. I really dig you. You're beautiful people, and I hope that they let your television show go all over this country, because they need to see something like what you're doing.
And something like you.
That's right.
Right.
Let's hear it. Let's have a hand for him. Come on, let's hear it, everybody. Great.
What connection is there other than friendship between you and Cassius Clay?
Muhammad Ali, he told me that he liked me, but he would like to punch me. And I told him I would like to say, woo, and I did. That means I was running out of his way.
Right, and finally, if I may bring this delightful conversation to an end, you have said again in the press, and here again you may be being misquoted, that I don't think you are, that one of your ambitions and one of your delights would be to give a free rock and roll concert for the kids.
I would love to give a free rock and roll concert. I'll be back in England in November. I'm bringing the Little Richard Show, and I want to show the people. We're going to tour all over the country, all over this country, with my show, my group, the original group that made all of my records with me dressed. I won't be dressed like this. I'm going to put this in the closet. And I'll be dressed just like my buddy is dressed there with the long, he's letting it all hang out too. And I'll be dressed just like him. May I say something?
Do say whatever you...
Don't forget my new record just been released on WEA Records, Reprise Records. Mockingbird Salad lives in the alley.
Fine.
That's it. The Black Raven is raving on it.
And may I say to you finally that we look forward to having you back whenever you come back.
Okay, and may God bless you, and thanks for having me on the show. And don't forget that we are still... Hold it up there. Keep on rocking.
Little Richard. Thank you.